The other thing that, while we're on this topic, that seems to constraints seem to produce better art.
Oh yeah, you see that
Is
in
the
video
interesting
games.
thing when people have unlimited budgets and unlimited freedom, that tends to produce worse product. Some of the best games ever made, in particular, the two that come to my mind are Metal Gear Solid 3 and Majora's Mask, were made under incredibly tight time constraints.
You want to incredibly tight time constraints. My personal favorite Mega Man game, Mega Man 7, was made in 3 months.
Yeah.
So I would counter with Final Fantasy 15. It's not good. It's fine. It's fine, but there are weaknesses because chunks of story were left out when they first published the game that now they were trying to like throw in, like, here's this anime here and here's this extra story and this extra story.
Well, that's down to project management, which is another thing that's a huge weakness across the video game industry. Is just there seems to be a fundamental failure of project management.
But I hated that I didn't get a full story when I played it.
I need to actually sit down and play 15 on one of these days, like more than like 15 minutes anyway.
Yeah, I got about 12 hours in. Yeah, there is a very wonderful Me and the Boys vibe to it, but it didn't keep my interest for long enough, mostly because of the clunky rules.
Understandable, yeah.
It's very different. I love Final Fantasy, but outside of 5, 6, and 9, I've had trouble getting into it.
Are you a traditionalist? GTFO, Laser.
Pretty much. I really like 5 is new to me because I didn't like 5 until I played the Pixel Remaster.
Okay, this is gonna blow your mind. There's 11 more that have come out.
I am aware. I have all of them.
Yeah, so let's see. I haven't really played. I played more than a bit of 4 in its original SNES release via emulator. It was fine, whatever. I never got a hold of 6.
Okay, not great, but
whatever. And I'm more of a CRPG person, so I don't really care what the JRPG crowd has to say. Love you, Dragon. You're about the only person I care there. But
I'm a JRPG person too.
Okay, but I did play because I had a pretty powerful laptop with a disk drive, and I got a hold for cheap of some CDs back in the day. So I played a fair number of PlayStation 1 games on my laptop via an emulator. So Final Fantasy 7 Disc 1 is good. Final Fantasy 8, love the junction system. It's different. Disc 1 and 2 are good. Final Fantasy 9 is fucking phenomenal. Final Fantasy 10 is interesting. Never played 11. MMO.
Well, the MMOs are a different beast. You have to judge those a different
12. It's a great time sink. When I played the shit out of 12, I had no computer. I had a broken down PS2 and nothing but time on my hands. So yeah, 12 is a great time sink, especially if you use a Game Shark.
I need to give 12 another try because I lasted about 5 minutes and like, what is this?
Unless you're looking for a time sink, or you're going to use a game. Don't bother.
I have the modern re-release on Steam, and if I try it, that's what I'm going to do. They did a lot of 12 on that.
12 was supposed to be an MMO or something, and was redesigned to a single player, and it shows.
It actually wasn't.
Really? That's what I heard somewhere. It feels like
I've looked into this. Okay, so you know what Final Fantasy Tactics is, obviously, I'm going to assume.
Oh, yeah. Played the shit out of Tactics.
Everybody loves Tactics.
The director of Final Fantasy Tactics was asked to do 12, and he started to do 12. Now, the problem is that people kept trying to insert things on him, and so he'd be like, okay, but I don't want to do this thing, I've got this in my vision, and Square wouldn't let him do his vision, and then more people come in and change things, and then they kicked him out, and then they screwed with it some more, so the problem with 12 is it's like 5 different visions trying to mash together into one.
Yeah, there's at least 2 different things going on in 12. There's the main plot, which is kind of barely there and comes back every once in a while. And then the main story is Vaughn's Hunter's Guild thing, I guess, which is like a light sauce version of Monster Hunter, I guess, which is like I said, a great time sink, but it's interesting.
Yeah. I actually did like 13. I just didn't keep up with it, but I did like it.
I got bored after and refunded it in less than 2 hours because it was just like nothing but corridors.
That's what people say whenever people talk about it, and I understand. I was riveted by the characters and the story, so I kept going for quite a while.
Yeah, I might go back and like watch a game movie cut of it at some point. And if you want to know about 12, that's what I would recommend. Honestly, if you want to know the story, just find someone who's put all the cutscenes together. But
yeah, 14's another MMO, so that's a different piece. Although I like what I played at 14.
I played a bit of it.
Yeah, 14, I like what I played at 14. It's solid.
Yeah, 15. And 16's in development, right?
No, it's out if you have a PlayStation 5. If you're like us and waiting for the PC port, it's not out yet.
Okay, so it hasn't actually been released. Noted. PC Master Race, yo.
You and me both.
I played 16 twice already, and it's awesome. And Clive is the sexiest character that's ever come out of Final Fantasy ever.
Looks very much more down my alley than Modern Final Fantasy has in a long time. Although I'm
happy so different from all the rest, but